everybody, and today I want to talk about your direct mail pieces, okay? And quite frankly, not to be rude, but why they suck. What I discovered after many years in the insurance business, and it applies to all sales, is that direct mail, while it's something that's been around for a long time, is losing its effectiveness, but it doesn't have to, because nowadays it actually can be much more effective than it has been in probably about 20 or 30 years. And the reason for that is, we've gone into this society that email is just, it's overwhelmed us. So we are getting tons and tons of junk mail a day. They say the average adult gets 137 pieces of email a day. And you're going to delete about 3/4, maybe more of that. So email, while it can still be effective, obviously from a cost standpoint, not nearly as effective as direct mail can be. Here's the problem, is when you're doing direct mail, and this is for all industries across the board, car sales, insurance, whatever you want to say, it's all boring. Okay, so, you might have a white envelope going out and some pricing inside of it. I'll take the insurance industry, for example. Or even car sales, they get a little bit flashier and a little bit better with it because they have the postcards that, win a prize, or maybe they have a key attached to it, which is kind of a little bit cooler. But still, you obviously know what's going on there. It is marketing, and it works better than your normal white envelope that's going out. But the point is this. The way you package your direct mail piece is very, very important. And this is how I've had success. When I was doing my direct mail pieces with my insurance agency, we'd get about 15 to 25 response rates, which is unheard of because the corporate rate is about 1% if you're doing well. The reason we were able to do that is I'll take you step by step real quick. Number one is you want to make sure it's getting opened, obviously. So my first goal is a 100% open rate. How did I do that? I did that by the outside of the package being, it was a 6x9, it was a little larger, and it was kind of a brownish envelope. Okay, so number one, the outside of it did not look like a normal corporate piece of mail, a normal letter, or anything of that nature. It looked like something that somebody had packed because somebody did pack it. It had handwritten stuff on the front as far as addressing goes and return as well. And it had just regular stamps, all right? So 3/4 stamps on the front. It didn't have the stamps.com barcode or anything of that nature. So that was number one. Number two, whenever they opened it inside, there was a actual sales letter. Now in the insurance business, and I don't care if you're in the business or not, when you get an insurance quote in the mail, you open that up, whether if you are opening it, you're opening it up, and what do you see? All right, you see the company name, someplace at the top. You see maybe the agent's contact information, you see the pricing, and you see why their company's so great. And it's usually one or two pieces. Maybe it's usually a one piece front and back. Okay, so that is the number one thing I didn't do. Okay, because I saw everybody else doing it, so I didn't do it. That's my number one rule. So what I did was an actual sales letter front and back. It was only one page, but here's how I look at that. Okay, so really what a piece of direct mail needs to be in any business, I don't care what type of business you're in, your direct mail piece, it's you having a sales conversation with somebody that you can't be face-to-face with. Right? So let's take that example again with the insurance. All right, so if I'm opening up a letter and it's just a price on the inside, basically I'm saying, hi, Mr. John Doe, this is Joe from blah, blah, blah insurance. Here's our contact information. Give me a call, 111-11111, and your price is $389 every 6 months. And by the way, XYZ Insurance is awesome. How good of a conversation would that be on the streets or a networking event when you're meeting somebody? It'd be horrible. So what I did is I did an actual sales letter where I introduced myself and I acted like I was talking directly to them. And now the sales copy, that's a whole different thing I go through with my clients. But the point is, putting a sales letter in as opposed to a straight pricing makes a huge difference. In fact, with all my direct mail pieces, I never actually even put a price in there. Never once. And my response rates were through the roof. Okay, so I put that in. So we got a 100% open rate because of the way the outside looked. We went inside, we got a sales letter because we're having an actual conversation now, even though we can't be face-to-face. And then the other thing you want to always put in your direct mail pieces is something showing them that you are the expert in whatever you're trying to sell or have them come in for. So once again, for insurance, what I would do is I'd put what I called a shopper sheet so they could go through with myself and several different agents or carriers and mark off what's good, what's bad, what's ugly, and what they wanted out of each one. They could then keep track of it all on this sheet that I made for them and see how everybody compares. Now, I'm not always going to be the cheapest price, and I know that, but here's the point. Even if I'm close, who are they going to go with? Are they going to go with the people that they called and didn't get any information from? Or are they going to go with the person that gave them the resources to shop in the first place? Okay, and you'll be surprised how many people, once you educate them with this type of sheet with different coverages or whatever business you're in, once you educate them a little bit more, how many people are willing to spend a little extra to go with the expert? And that's what I try to accomplish with these sheets. Okay, and then the last part I put in something called a grabber, and what that basically was is how it sounds. If they were to open up the envelope and just rip it open, it would fall because it's smaller, or maybe it's a little different size, not just smaller, and it just looks different than the other pieces. So initially in the direct mail business, they call it a grabber because it falls and they actually have to pick it up and grab it. So that was kind of the last piece of the puzzle. I'd package all this together, I'd shoot it out. Okay, so the number of responses I got were really just due to the fact that all of them are getting open. The sales letter is not just a price with some information, it's an actual conversation I'm having on paper with somebody, and there's actual information to show that I'm the expert in the area that I want them to come, buy with me for. And all that makes a huge difference, okay? And there's a lot, that goes on with that 15 to 25% response rate. Targeting is a part of that too. But no matter what, even if you don't target the right way or do any of that other stuff right, you put your mail pieces together this way, it's going to make a huge difference, okay? So direct mail is huge if you know how to use it. Now, if you don't know how to use it, you're wasting a ton of money, and that's not what you want to do. And there's a lot of other things that go along with this, but just those basics will help you go a lot further in your business when you're using a direct mail piece, guys. All right, so if you have any questions on any of that, hit me up, Joe at IamWithDavis.com. Other than that, guys, I will talk to you later.